It's me again, Ann Lobos, North Star Consulting and Tax. We are on day 4 of our cash management system setup. I think I forgot to put that in the comments, so hopefully I can add that later. I just want to review quickly what we have talked about so far, just in case you missed a previous video, and then you won't be completely in the dark. So remember, we've talked about, we're trying to set up our set it and forget it cash management system. Because what that's going to do is free up time so that you're not thinking about money management in your business all the time. You've got a system set up that's going to make it so you pay yourself first. You know exactly what your expenses need to be. You have your tax money set aside, and you get to have money for a rainy day, which we haven't talked about that, but we're going to talk about that in just a little bit in this video. So remember, we have set up we've divided our sales cake into the different pieces in our business. So we've got, I think this ended up getting out of order. We've got profit is one of the pieces. We've got owner's comp is one of the pieces. In my business, I have a piece called charity. You probably won't have that piece. You've got a piece of the cake for taxes and a piece of the cake for expenses. So remember, what we did with those is we decided on a percentage for each of these pieces. So in a previous video, we walked us through the hard way to do it, or this is the easy way to do it. You can just start with these percentages here. Profit of 1%, owner's comp 50%, taxes 10%, and expenses 39%. Now, on Friday, we talked about how the money is going to move around. So remember this awesome drawing that I did, where we've got your sales. And these are all bank accounts. Remember, we're going to set up different bank accounts. We've got your sales bank account, and all the money is going to flow into there. And then from there, we're going to send it to your profit bank account, your owner's comp bank account, your taxes bank account, and your expenses bank account. And remember, if you wanted to get tricky and really manage that behavior, you're going to put your profit bank account and your taxes bank account at another bank, so that way it's not showing up on your bank balance when you pull up the balances on your phone in the morning. So that's how the money's going to move around. So I think we're caught up, and hopefully you've got your bank account set up. So today we are going to talk about how to get the money moving around. So first thing, remember, in the sales account, everything's going to get deposited in there, which means you've got to go change your deposit transaction so that your credit cards that you're collecting money from clients, you've got to get that changed so that that money gets deposited into your sales bank account, the new one that you set up. So you've got, you might have credit cards, you probably have some, maybe Venmo, PayPal, whatever you're collecting money, maybe you have some checks that you get from clients. So just make sure that that money's ending up here in your sales account. And then the other thing is to make sure that your expenses, probably a lot of us have auto pay stuff that just kind of gets sucked out automatically. Want to make sure that is going to end up getting taken out of your expenses bank account. Okay, so we've got to do that. And once you've got that, then what you need to do is you need to decide how often you're going to move the money. Now, move the money, what I mean is, you've got your money's being built up into your sales account, and then you're going to move that money around during the month. So you're going to move it into all the other bank accounts. And so then in theory, this account's going to be zero, and then the money's going to end up in these other bank accounts. So you've got to decide how often you're going to do that. Now, on that, the less that you do that, the easier it is typically. And I say typically because if you say, I only want to move the money around once a month, but your business isn't one that really can work, maybe your business is one where you need to move it around twice a month and maybe even weekly. So if you try to go for once a month just because you're trying to make it less work for you, it's in the long run going to be way more work for you. You're going to be starving for money in the middle of the month because it's all sitting in the sales account and you don't have anything in your expenses account. So pick a schedule for you that you think will work out, but don't do it just because you think it's going to be easier. I recommend starting with twice a month, maybe like pick the 5th and the 20th, or you could really even just start with trying it once a week from the beginning. So maybe try that out for a month and see, okay, maybe I can switch over to twice a month and not have to do it once a week. The idea being that you're going to pick a schedule, and you're going to want to stick with that for at least a month just to test it out. So you're going to, like I said, you're going to take the money, and what you're going to do is you're going to figure out, okay, I've got this money in my sales account. Now I'm going to move it to the other accounts. And remember, how you're going to do that is you're going to use the percentages that we came up. So here's an example. Say in your sales account you've got $5,000 and it's time to move the money around. So remember, you've got 1% that needs to go in profit. So you're going to take $50 and you're going to transfer it from your sales account into your profit account. And then you're going to take 50% of that $5,000 and you're going to put it in your owner's comp. So that's $2,500. Then you're going to take 10% of that and put it in your taxes. So you're going to take $500 of that and put it in your taxes. And then the rest of it, which is $1,950, is going to go into your expenses. So now what we've done is we've moved that $5,000 into all these accounts. So then your sales balance should be 0 and your other accounts should have money in there. So not too bad, right? Now, one thing that I want to talk about is your profit account. So this account right here, your bank account for profit. So one of the benefits of the Profit First Set It and Forget It system is that you get a rainy day fund set and built up. So what happens there is that once a quarter, you're going to have this money in your profit account, and you're going to distribute half of that balance to yourself, and the other half is going to stay in there. And that's how your rainy day fund is going to get built up. Okay, so does that, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so remember that this system is based on a book called Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. It's a really good audiobook too. For those of you that don't like to read, it's a pretty easy listen. He's a pretty funny guy to listen to. So if you're kind of stuck and you're like, I know I want to use this system, but I'm a little confused, you can go back and watch my videos, or you can also try this book. The other thing is I loved this system so much after using it in my business, and it has made such a difference that I spent a bunch of time creating an online course. And so what you can do is if you want to take that online course, you can go to this website, profits-takeoff.com. Now the first module of my course is free, and what that module will have will be kind of like these videos. It's going to introduce you to what Profit First is, kind of the benefits of it, but that's free. And so then you can try it out. You can see how the course is organized and make sure that it's something that you're going to like. Now the cool thing about this course is that it's $297. But it actually includes a one-on-one strategy session with me, like just you and me. We can talk about your business. It's not a group class or anything, so you don't have to worry about talking about your money in front of other people. So it's going to be specific to you, and that is included with that $297 price, which is actually a pretty good deal in my mind. I got that price down pretty low. So again, remember, you can go here, and you can check out my online course. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we've got the system set up, right? And you're going to move the money around. And tomorrow we're going to talk about one of the amazing things about Profit First is that, yes, we've just set up a system that's going to kind of work based on how your business is at right now. But chances are you want your business to be somewhere else. You probably want to be paying yourself more. You probably want your expenses to be lower, right? So in the next video tomorrow, we are going to talk about how to take where you want your business to be and use the Profit First system and the idea of the percentages to make it so that you will know exactly what your sales need to be to get to your profit target and exactly what your expenses need to be. So I will see you guys back here again tomorrow.